Would you look at that landscape? We're here in the eastern part of the Netherlands. Beautiful, beautiful day. It's about 12 degrees. It's fall, so we got the beautiful orange leaves. And it's just me with my little hybrid road bike, so to say. And we're gonna make a dash for the German border. All right, let's get on. Got my little phone holder here. Here we go. Come along for the ride. Oh yeah. I know it's a little different than what I usually do. Normally I'm mountain biking, but I bought this kind of hybrid road bike, if you will, so I can do some cardio in between the mountain biking. So let's say I have half hour to kill. If I want to go mountain biking, I have to travel 20 minutes towards the trail, and I also have to go back 20 minutes by car, which of course is a little bit of a hassle. And of course, if I only have half hour to kill, it doesn't really work that well. So in this case, this bike is perfect because I can just get out of my house right away, start biking. Now of course, it's not as exciting, if you will, as mountain biking. There's no jumps, no crazy tricks or anything, but it's really good exercise. Let me just adjust this a little bit. It is beautiful. Days like these are my favorite, when it's like 12 to 15 degrees. Some people may think I'm nuts, but that's warm enough for me. But that's usually because when I'm outside, I'm exercising. And in that case, 12 to 15 degrees, it's beautiful. Wow. I absolutely love this part of the Netherlands. You know, beautiful nature, wide open spaces. Everything is so neat and tidy and well looked after. It's quite a contrast from when I ride my bike through Amsterdam, which I don't understand the appeal of living in Amsterdam, but then again, I'm not really a city guy, so we're gonna take a right here, even though map says straight ahead, because this route is a little bit more beautiful. Oh, I love the scenery, man. I'm one of those guys, one of those bikers that doesn't only ride bikes because they like it, like the feel, and like to exercise, but also because you get to see some absolutely beautiful landscapes, which you can see by car too, but for me, by car it's a little bit too fast. And with the bike it's easier to pull over, and you're more exposed to the elements, so you get to experience it, the feel and the smell of nature better. It's also a lot more soothing, less tire noise, no engine. Beautiful. And once again, gotta take a little bit of a detour because I know this area quite well. We're gonna take a left here, even though Google Maps says to go straight. We're not looking really for the fastest route. We're looking for the most beautiful one. And this route is a beaut. 41 minutes left. We have ways to go, but we are on an adventure. I'm thinking about buying one of those fancy odometers, because I'm kind of curious always about, you know, how fast I'm going, how many kilometers I travel on this bike. I think that'll be my next purchase. Wow. Just take a moment here to stop. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can barely hear anything here, which is in the Netherlands becoming more and more of a novelty, because it's a very small country. And I think now we have like 17.5 million people living here. So to just go somewhere in the middle of nowhere with a bike, Beautiful roads, beautiful scenery. Yeah. I know it sounds corny, but I love to do this and just meditate in the wind. You know, just get out there and see what the world has to offer you. Oh, this bike. I love this bike, man. I bought this for 220 bucks. It's a Merida Speeder T1 or something. And it just works like a charm. And this is the perfect bike for me. Because I was looking for a road bike to, like I said, do cardio. But I wasn't looking for a full-fledged road bike with like the very low steering wheel, so to say. Because I have a problem with my back and shoulders. Nothing major. But a bike with such a low steering wheel is just a little too uncomfortable for me. So this is perfect. And I know that the position that you have with this bike is not the greatest in terms of aerodynamics. But I mean, this bike still is pretty fast. And again, I'm not looking to break any records. I'm not looking to do any competitive road biking. I'm just looking to go places, have fun, do some cardio, and enjoy my time. Oh, we're getting a little bit of gravel, a little bit of sand. That's okay. Yeah. I know this part up ahead. We're coming up to like a national monument, a castle. Not sure what to call it. Very beautiful. We won't go there exactly because we need to take a left soon. Else we're going too far off the beaten path. Over here you have a little, what do you call this? Tiny river. Goedendag. Okay. Yeah. I'd hate to live next to this though. I feel like I have to pee all the time if I would live here. But it's nice. You got a little gravel path here, kind of narrow. Wow, that looks beautiful. I shouldn't try anything crazy here because I have very thin tires. But that looks awesome. Let me just shift down a little bit. There we go. Okay, let me just check how we need to go. I think, yeah, over here I need to make a left. Let me just see, no one's coming. Yes. Now we take a left. And there we go. Now we're going more north on our way to the German border. So yeah, it's a bit of a detour, but I really like that kind of scenery / environment, if you will. It's very beautiful. There you go. Nice. Got some people walking, especially the older people. That's okay because today is a Thursday and it's now like 1 in the afternoon. I just happen to have a day off. So the only people you really see are the older folks that are retired. Because of course the younger folks, they gotta work. Unless they're like me who have a day off. Look at those horses. I don't know if you can see them because the GoPro is mounted to my chest, but maybe if I just do it like this. Look at that. Yes. Right, we're gonna cross some water. I forgot which canal this is, but one of many in the Netherlands. We got some people stopping. We gotta go straight. Okay, we need to go this way. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'll tell you one thing, if I can afford one of these houses and I can afford to live this far away from work, yeah, I'd buy a house here in a heartbeat. It's just so beautiful here. Peace and quiet, beautiful environment, clean air. I don't know about you guys, but when I come home from a hard day of work, stress, you know, chaos, everything, noise, I just want to be able to sit down and relax, have some peace and quiet. We got 27 minutes left on our journey towards the German border. Of course, we got to go back too. Can't just lay down and quit. Got to get my ass back there too. Oh, I missed an exit. My bad, Google Maps. You got to go this way. All right. All right. Yes. Oh, yes, this way. I was too busy chatting to you guys. Bugs. It's a good stress test for the mobile phone holder though. And it's doing a job quite nicely of keeping my phone there. I had one before where you had to screw it tight. That didn't work. First ride I go for. I lock it really tight. I go over a bumpy road and my phone just falls off. I was lucky it didn't break the screen, but damn, I was like, okay, I gotta get another one. Then again, that thing was pretty cheap. I got it from like AliExpress or something for like 10 bucks. That did not do its work well. Now, this is way better. All right, Google. You're saying I should go left, but that's right next to this busy way. Is there any way we can go that's a little bit more interesting? It doesn't seem like it. No. Goedendag. Lekker weertje, hè? Ja. Yep. Oh yeah, we're picking up speed. Beautiful. Let's go. I think I'm going like at least 30 right now. Putting down the power. Oh, it shows my speed, of course. 34. Come on. 36. Okay. I'm trying to avoid busy roads actually. Okay, I'm not looking for the most efficient road, the fastest road. I'm looking for the most scenic road, if you will. I'm really happy I went out, took a day off, and I'm biking, because let me tell you, it's end of October right now, and days like these are very rare in the Netherlands. Most of the days, it's much colder, much more wind, and a lot of rain, which is exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be mountain biking, which I'll make a video of as well, in one of my favorite cross-country routes in the Netherlands, Markelo. And then the day after, party time's over, it's just going to be nothing but rain, rain, rain. So I'm trying to make the most of these two days where the weather is nice. We got 20 minutes on the clock left to get to the German border. After that, I'll probably stop the video and find my way home. For now, let's just enjoy a little bit more of the Dutch countryside. That's one thing you have here, the very penetrating smell of cow manure, because of course they're using that to work the fields. I gotta show you guys this. So what they have all across the country here, the area, is these nice benches where you can take a rest. And there's some old, kind of like local dialogue here. I'm trying to point the GoPro correctly so you guys can read. Kom even uitrusten, which is basically Dutch for come and take a bit of a rest. So Dutch would be kom eventjes uitrusten. And here the local dialogue is kom even uitrusten, I think is what it's called. I'm not exactly from here, so I might have pronounced it a bit wrong. But that's what we have here. One of the reasons why I love this country so much, or this area. Like I said, it's well taken care of, it's beautiful, tidy, clean. Everyone kind of chimes in to make it, you know, to keep it well maintained. And that is a, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a beautiful Porsche 964 or something. Anyway, that's a beautiful car. We're gonna take a real quick break. Again, I'm doing this not to get some crazy cardio or timing, but here we have the local bus. Look at that. All right, I'm out lollygagging. Let's go. Thank you, bench. Let's rock. 18 minutes left on the clock. And about 6 kilometers until we're there. We got a big old tractor coming. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay, nothing's coming. We're going straight. Yes! Look at all the cows. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there you go. Many cows. Oh, they're all white. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. Let's take a quick stop here. Ooh. Oh, there's a car coming. Just... yeah. That is beautiful. There has to be another canal here. It's too straight for nature. I think this is one of the many man-made rivers we have here in the Netherlands. We just cross the street, no one coming. Wow. If you close your eyes, you'd think you're at the sea or something. But you're not. You're in the Dutch countryside, close to the German border. All right. That is beautiful. Ah. All right. Oh, there's a nice cycling lane here too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that looked quite beautiful. I could take that cycling route when I go back. And actually isn't too bad of an idea. Let's see, okay, let's take a left here. The Spiekweg, that's what it's called. I gotta tell you, this tarmac is smooth as butter. Now, besides mountain biking and now road biking, I also do a fair bit of ice skating. So in the summer, the spring, I rollerblade because, you know, there's no ice. So you do the alternative, which is rollerblading. And this seemed like a beautiful, beautiful road for rollerblading. It's just silky, silky smooth. You love to see it. All right, time for another sip of water. Yes. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, we have a police car here. That's something you don't see every day here. Goedendag. Lekker weertje, hè? Man, these houses here are so beautiful. Gorgeous. Goedendag. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist doing a little bunny hop there. Too tempting. I definitely missed some suspension. All right. Oh, got a whole bunch of bugs on my legs. Hey, get off there. You want to stay here, you got to pay rent. No freeloaders. Oh, look. That is... Oh, look at the pony. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. Oh, you are so cute. He's looking at me like, what do you want? What's up, dude? You lost? No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Turn this off, we're almost there. Just gotta make a left. Soon. Not yet. Ah, we really are in the middle of nowhere right now. But I know about you. I love it. Being on the road with a bike, on our way to see a whole bunch of cool things. One with nature. I love it. There's one thing that always makes me, it's always able to clear my mind, so to say, then it's this. And just take it in. All right. Let me think here. Is it this road? I think it is, yes. Another left. Oh, oh, there is a cycling lane here. It's just covered by a ton of leaves, so I'm not sure if I can spot any like nasty holes or rocks. So just gonna take it easy. I think we are almost there. Okay. Yeah, we got it. 1 minute, 500 meters. Until we are at the German border. Yeah, we're going places. All right. Should be around the corner. Is there even a sign here? All right, this is it. We're in Germany. According to Google Maps. Yeah, we made it. No sign though, but we did cross the border, so there we go. We made it. Awesome. Goedendag. Hello. Okay. Oh. Wait, what does this sign say? This is the top route. I'm kind of looking for an official sign that says welcome to Germany or something, but I mean, you can see here, keine Wendemöglichkeit, which is something like, I don't know, something, there's no possibility of something. I don't know what Wende is. My German's not that good. Yep, here we are. Grafschaft Bentheim. That's beautiful. All right. Let me just park my bike over here next to the sign. We have reached our destination. We are officially in Germany. Right, guys, and that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you like this. I know it's a little different, more of a chill vibe, if you will, than the crazy mountain biking, but I loved it. Hope you guys love it too. I'll see you next time. Take care.